Alright guys, so I did more and more research on getting the FIC6 AM working for the Linux engines, and as more as I looked into it, more of it would not work for my application. So this time I am actually going full standalone uh, MegSquirt. I'm going to be running the MS3X for this. It's just a lot more better system. I could get rid of the Linux bullshit. So this is basically how I'm going to do it. Only so pretty much this ECU I'm not going to use anymore. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but yeah. Anyways, so I'll be taking this bulkhead out. Basically, all the wiring that goes to the Linux ECU will be all deleted. So by that, I can actually run, because this is a 93 intake manifold with the throttle body. I could run an actual 93 throttle position sensor, which would be just make it a lot more simpler. And since all these relays here, I just know of one right now, which is a fuel pump relay. All these relays will be actually in this box here that I got off of a 91 and up Cherokee. So everything else would be pretty clean. All the wiring that's going to be in this engine bay that's not how to say, not going to be used for the ECU, for the MegSquirt ECU, is going to be the lighting for the front and the charging system. That's all it's going to be. I'm going to get rid of this and go with a newer coil that sits on your block instead of using this guy. I can go with individual coils for and one distribute this, but I want to have this distributor still. So yeah, a lot of this video right now would be taking all the wiring out that runs the engine. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I went ahead and got, this was a grommet that all those wires goes into the, what's it called, into the ECU. So I took that out. I had to go through and cut the connectors off that goes into the ECU. Yeah, here's the connectors here. To reuse this grommet, because I'm going to reuse this. There's lots of wiring. all this here, that's all wiring. Yeah, so this here, I think these are for this wire right here. I think that these are all for the reverse lights and things like that. So I want to keep those. They go down to the transmission, so be a good idea keeping those. But yeah, that's kind of the update. Just trying to clean up all the wiring, making sure that I'm not messing with any of the charging system or anything like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Alright, so I finally got all this wiring out of here, and now I don't need all this. It's a lot of wiring, but the engine bay looks a lot more cleaner. Don't have that big rattling going across the firewall anymore. Still have to go ahead and clean all these stuff up. Like this here, I don't need that. I don't really need all the plugs that I took out. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking a lot better than it was, but yeah. I'll be putting this back in. This here. So yeah. Putting that back in now. Okay guys, so I went ahead and figured out how to wire my well, kind of get my starter working, but all these right here that are disconnected, except for this one, these two here, they are all to the Linux system, and I'm going to take them out. These two here, the one that has two wires going to that terminal, and another two wires, this orange and green, going to another terminal. One of these are for your lights, your headlights and stuff like that, and your gauge cluster for getting signal to those. But yeah, pretty simple. But I'll get these out. I just could find connectors. They come in use sometimes. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do today. Alright, so I unraveled all the wiring through all the way out to there. That's the bulkhead. There's a bulkhead fitting right there under the master cylinder just by the brake booster. But yeah, so I'm going grab these wires here and zip tie them together, then get those out of the way and start with everything else. Try not to cut these or anything like that. So yeah. Alright guys, so all I really have left over is now, well, these are the wires that I cut off on those plugs. I don't need them anymore. These wires here are for my gauges. The red wires are for my gauges, and that wire is for my starter. I totally forgot. Alright, so I got these out this far from a wire loom, and That one there is for my blower motor for the heater, and really those are the ones that you need. And also these two right here. The green one is your ignition switch to turn the relay on. When you turn the key, then starts up the what's it called? The starter. This yellow one here is your battery, not your battery, the alternator. Goes to the alternator, so keep that one. Okay, so all these wires here are for my power and my headlights, and these two are for your key switch that starts the starter, and this one's for your alternator. And those are the only ones that you need. Been doing this, and all of these that's on top of the engine are useless. Now try and get to that bulkhead and take it off and get these all taken care of and get out of the way. Just don't need them anymore. Sweet. Okay, so I went ahead and got all my wires that I do not need anymore out, and I went through and zip tied the wires together first. Then I went through and put this wire loom on it. Then just did zip ties like every foot or so to keep it tight on there. So I have it running around underneath through there. There's some part of it there. Then it comes around as it goes there, goes around, and comes out right here. Still going to be more cleaning up, but this here, these wires goes to the battery. I'll probably do something different, and this orange and black wire goes to the fan. But yeah, pretty simple. This connector here goes down to the alternator. So yeah, getting there little by little. Okay, so I am not going to run just this relay to the fans. I'm going to go a different route, which will be cleaner. I got this here. It's a fuse box. I have a 91 Cherokee, and as you can see, I have my fans there, my starter relay, my fuel pump, and my main switch for the ECU. So that's what I'm working on, figuring out how to wire the fans up. So this one here will connect to the one that has this zip tie to. I'm going to extend these more longer, so because the bottle and fuse box sits about right here, so I'm going to do that. But this one here goes to that guy right there, and this one here is a key turn on switch, I guess, but I'm thinking about just running it to just power, and get that out of the way. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for this. Okay, so right now I went ahead and put these connectors on. These are just temporary right now, making sure that the fans will turn on and work just fine. So yeah, that's that. Now I need to put a terminal on this and run this one to there, and then with your power wire going to your battery, there's going to be another connection right there. So yeah. Sweet, so I finally got this all working, got the fans hooked up, got the switch for the relay for the starter hooked up, and also got the headlights working too. Here's the fan. This wire just grounds it. I'm going to eventually get a thermostat that just goes to ground, but here it goes. And of course, when I take a video. Okay, so I got all this wired up. Got the fans going with the relay. Got the starter going with the relay. These two, I'll probably do this another time. This main switch I'll probably do when I get my wiring harness for the ECU. But so this right here, got the lights done. Right here, this wire grounds the fan. So don't have another thermostat, coolant temperature sensor that will ground to ground back at a certain temperature. So as it gets up to like 210, fan kicks on. And also starter cranks over now. And now I have headlights, just like that. Sweet. One thing down.